Hello guys, and we're officially back to another, well not another, this is actually my first video since I've reset in my channel, and we're doing a Rocket League video, which I haven't posted on Rocket League or shorts, videos or anything, so yeah, for this video I'm going to be showing big tips and tricks how to be getting better in Rocket League and maybe how to rank up a bit more. So here we go. Okay guys, so we are going to be doing 10 of these tips and tricks. So this is going to be our number one. So for air dribbles, if you don't know how to do them, which I don't really know how to do them, but I'm practicing, what I would recommend to do is, so this is for like gold, platinum and silver. If you need to practice, then just hit the ball when you're in the air. And it can bounce once and then just go in. You only can tap it once. You don't have to. You can just tap it once, just so you can practice on the shots a little bit. And then like you can eventually maybe get a bit better. So look, this would be a good one. Look, so I just boost into it, and hopefully it goes in. Yep, and it does. So that's, and then like every time you get better at it. So then right now I'm doing 3, but then you can do like 2, so 1, 2, and then it goes in, that one I missed. And then what I'm working on is 3, so 1, 2, 3. Oh. Yeah, and once you also like learn how to air dribble quite well, then it's quite easy to double tap. Looks like I can actually hit a double tap before. Now I just can't show it right now because it probably takes me like 10 tries to actually hit a double tap. So yeah, I would just recommend that. So like you just go off the wall and then hit it once. And then maybe at some point you can be doing like 5 or 4 and actually be getting really good at air dribbling. Though I would only recommend this is for like gold, silver and platinum, not for any other rank, because below then you shouldn't be going for them, like bronze. And if you're above, then you should already know how to actually air dribble. Unless maybe diamonds want to practice more with them. Yeah, I guess you can watch this, but it's not really important for this number 1. Alright, so for number 2, I would always recommend to try and do training packs. So like, if you want to work, on let's say saves, training packs would be very useful. Maybe you could even do like the platinum, diamond, training, whatever one you're at, so you can like kind of work on it and like get better at whatever you want to do. So maybe like air dribbles and stuff like that. I would just recommend training packs is a good thing, a very big thing as well. I think if you just want to like work on your mechanics, I would recommend to just save free play. But if you want to work on saves, shots, just anything like that, then I would recommend to do training packs. Because when I was like maybe like gold or silver, then I used to do training packs and they helped me out a lot. I used to always do a rank above from what I am. So if you guys are like gold, then I would recommend to do platinum training packs, because they will just be a little bit harder for you. And if you're platinum, then you can do diamond training packs, which again will be a bit harder. So yeah, that's the second tip. Okay guys, so here is number 3 on big tips and tricks. I'll say this is quite a higher one instead of like platinum, gold and stuff like that. So I would recommend, if you get if you have a friend that you sometimes play with, I would say to try and go on online training with him and practice your passing, because if you passing is very rare in Rocket League. So like if you practice your passing with a friend on online training, that would be quite a good thing, because once you actually learn, then you can be like really good and like getting past all the other players and stuff like that. So if you just learn like the positions and stuff like that, then you can actually learn quite quickly. So I would say if you're below diamond, so platinum and below, then I wouldn't recommend to really be training on this. Maybe if you're platinum or gold, then you can, but I just don't think like you guys, it might take a lot of time, and you guys should still be like working on your general play and stuff, and like your mechanics maybe a little bit, like the simple ones. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend for you guys to do passing, but once you feel like you've gotten good at Rocket League, like in general, and then quite good at mechanics at least, then I would say you can start working on passing and stuff, which you can just go into free play and then just do like the pass ball, which should show a button in the top right, I think it is, and you can just train like that for a little bit. So yeah, that's the tip 3. Okay guys, so tip 4, this is more of a trick really, but it can be a tip. So I would recommend to use a car that you like are good at. So if you're not too good at mechanics, then I will recommend a certain car. You guys can search that up, what is best car for like general play or best car for mechanics. Personally, I would think for general play it will be rather Fennec or Octane, and maybe for like things mechanics, I would think Dominus would be quite a good one, because for like ground features and how thin it is. But Octane and Fennec is obviously also good for mechanics, and so is Dominus for general play. But I would recommend you search up the best cars for whatever you like are good at. So yeah, mechanics I would recommend Dominus a lot, and Fennec or Octane for general play. So that is tip 4. Okay guys, so tip 5 is if you're diamond and above again, then this is not really useful for you. Maybe like maybe like flipping champion and diamonds maybe could use this. Maybe it could be used. But I would recommend to practice shadow defending a lot, because shadow defending is very important, especially in 1v1s. Because look, let me show you. Let's say you're in a 1v1 where kid has the ball, and then you're like that. It could, okay, maybe not that one. That was hard to save. But like, if you can't get back in time and you still have boost though, then shadow defending can be really, really useful. So I would just recommend again training packs. Training packs could help quite a lot for shadow defending, or you can ask a better person for to practice you or whatever you want. And that's actually tip 6. I would recommend a lot to use a better friend, or maybe like just someone that you know that is better than you. If you don't have anyone that is better than you, then I'm sorry, but you can't really use this. But try and train a lot from the better person that you know, because they could also like help a lot, teach you stuff, and like yeah, it can just practice your game. You can practice your gameplay a lot, and like your mechanics. If you guys go on like online training or something, private match even could work. Yeah, just always learn from a better person, because they can teach more than probably I can, because depending on how like good you are and how good they are, and I'm not very good of a good person. I just think I have good tips, because I just like progressing really fast. I was gold last season and I'm all plat this season. So yeah, I'm actually progressing quite a lot with my own tips. Okay guys, for tip 7, I would always recommend to use ball cam. Ball cam is such a useful thing for defense like attack. It's really good for anything, because let's say you're like this, you can't see the ball cam, you know where it's gonna go, you can see if there's like a person near it and stuff like that. So if you don't if you, because silvers probably don't, and bronzes, maybe some golds don't actually use ball cam. But if you don't, and you guys are watching this right now, then I wouldn't recommend to just straight away use ball cam in every single game that you play. I would say try it in training first a couple times, and then you can actually start using ball cam in games once you get used to it. Obviously you don't need to use it at all times, like if you're dribbling then maybe you don't have to use it, or if you need to like find boost, then again you don't really need to use it. But I would always recommend a lot to use ball cam if you're a star, because most people that is like above platinum, basically all people, they use ball cam, and like it kind of proves how good they are because they use ball cam. I bet if ball cam was never a thing, we would never see like flip resets and like very good flip resets and musty flicks and stuff, because it will be 10 times harder to hit a musty flip. And air dribbles especially, look, if I do an air dribble without ball cam, it just feels so weird. Wait, okay, I almost kind of went good without ball cam, but still, I would always recommend ball cam. Okay, sorry guys, but this one is actually number 7, the last one is 6. So for number 7, I would always recommend, don't waste your boost when you're at supersonic speed. So let's say so this is supersonic speed. Once you see that, then so you guys should see the purple thing at the back of my car. That means you're at supersonic speed, so that means you don't all the time need to use your boost, because that's a big waste. If you're already at supersonic speed, then you can just use it. Maybe if you turn, then you will lose it, but I would always recommend to people use the boost. And that's another thing, don't try and use the least amount of boost you possibly can. Because in air dribbles, if you just use loads of boost, then you're not gonna have enough to finish the air dribble. Because look, if I just hold boost, then it actually kind of loses my momentum as well. So I would recommend to try and use just tap boost every single couple seconds, a couple times per second, when you're doing an air dribble, so you don't waste too much boost, and it actually gives you a lot more control as well. Okay, so guys, if you're not too confident on your air dribbles, or on your aerials, then I would easily recommend to double tap launch ball in free play in first class. So just double tap launch, and then that's really high enough so you can practice a couple times. So if I just double tap launch ball, I done pass ball again, my bad guys. So let it just go on the floor, and then bow, then that was a little bit too far away for me to actually hit that. But look, if I just go bow, oops. Okay, let me reset again. Look, so if I go back, oh my god, I keep passing it, my bad guys. Let me just place it here. Bow. Alright, so if I just double tap launch ball, then that's already high enough for you to practice your air dribbles or aerials, just so you can learn a bit of how to aerial, so you can even move it and then double tap, so it's more realistic in a game situation. So you can practice that if you're not feeling too confident on your aerials. So yeah, that's my 8th trick. So this is a bit for all ranks. I would recommend to try and use the least amount of air roll as possible, because it can mess you up unless you're perfect at air rolling, because it's always going to make you spin in some way. So I wouldn't recommend to use air roll that much, especially if you're lower, so diamond or less than that. So I'm trying to flex by using aerial because it doesn't really, it would probably just make you worse than you really are. So yeah, I would not recommend aerial. And for the last trick, number 10, obviously don't always try and do mechanics for lower ranks. Just try and work as much as you can on your general play, because mechanics is like, it is very cool to see like mechanics in low like ranks. But the thing is, if you use mechanics in low ranks, and they're gonna think that you're terrible, and if they win, then like, that's your fault because you. And also, another thing is, you don't really get to use mechanics that much in the game, unless you get like a really good setup for an air dribble. Because normally air dribbles would be like this for a setup, and it's just like all weird and stuff. It's not in free play. It's way different for a setup than in a normal game. So I would obviously recommend to work on your general play more than you should on your mechanics, even though it looks way better and cooler. But I think general play just matters a lot more.